We are live now. Good afternoon, ma'am. Aduku Jennifer Kali. Welcome to the IC African podcast.
Good afternoon, Jose Collins Ebube. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for honoring my invitation. Thank you. A pleasure.
You're welcome.
And it's an honor to me. Thank you so much. All
You're
right.
very much welcome.
Today we'll be doing mastering communication, right? So you have to master the communication skill, the effective ways to be a great communicator. So, but before we start, I'd like to introduce yourself in 1 minute.
Okay. I am Aduku Jennifer Kali, and I am a communication strategist and a communications mastery coach. Yes, I have a YouTube platform that is tagged the AJ Kali. So I drop content about communications, and I also help people improve on how they speak and how they communicate with people. I have an incoming book titled How to Communicate with Kings and Gain Their Attention. And I believe that it will be a blessing to many once it is out. This is who I am.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, I want you to teach us effective ways to master communication. But what is communication?
All right. Thank you very much once again for having me. It's a sincere pleasure. So, today we are looking at mastering communication skill. First and foremost, I would like everyone watching, everyone listening, wherever you are, to know that communication skill is a basic requirement for launching into advancement. Just write that down, have that at the back of your mind, anywhere you can have that. Communication skill is a basic requirement to launching into advancement. If you are going to step into advanced places, if you are going to step into open doors, greater doors, then you must improve how you communicate or your ability to communicate. It is a skill and it can be mastered. And that is why we are looking at it today. Now, what is communication? Communication is the ability to encode or pass an information to the result that the receiving end is able to accurately decode that information. I'll come again. Communication is the ability to encode or pass an information to the result that the receiving end is able to accurately decode that information. What does this mean? This means that communication can only take place when the receiver is able to understand what message or information you are passing across. Contrary to popular belief, many people think that when we talk about communication, it's just about you speaking and that is all. In fact, speaking is just a meager part of the entire scope of communication, because for communication to really take place, then there has to be a understanding, there has to be a passage of information, a receival of information, an understanding of that information, an ingestion of that information for communication to really take place. Now, this is the scope of communication. What else will I want you to put at the back of your mind? That it is not just about speaking, it's not just about talking. Anybody can talk. Babies talk, men talk, people at the market talk, salespersons they talk. Anybody can talk. Even the touts in the garage, they talk. Literally. But not everybody can communicate. Communication is a skill. Communication is the ability to pass your information accurately, such that the person that is receiving that information is able to decode what you are trying to say. And take note of the fact that I use the word accurately, because you could actually pass an information, yet the person receiving the information does not accurately receive what you are passing. Therefore, the person is taking you out of context or taking what you have said to mean another thing. In that instance, you have not what? Communicated. You have not communicated. So communication is more than what you are saying. It is more than what you speak. It is about more about what is received. What is received. And that is why it is a skill that must be built upon. Now, communication does not only happen when we speak as human beings. It happens even between us and our devices, that computer system, that phone. Now, for example, I said when you are communicating, you need to encode and the receiver has to decode. I'll make an example of you and your cell phone. For example, you are having you want to have a WhatsApp conversation or a text message conversation. Now you are encoding or inputting on your keyboard the letters, right? For example, you want to type I, you type H, you type Y, right? And when you are typing that H and Y, your phone, instead of typing H, your phone is typing B. Or instead of typing Y, your phone is typing T. You are encoding an information to that phone, but it is receiving something else. That means something is wrong and communication is not taking place. Communication is not taking place. Now, this is the same thing that happens with humans. Even concerning the phone, once you realize that that is happening, you would either take your phone to a repairer and say, my phone is faulty, I need to do something about it. Why? Because the value of that phone, that what validates that phone is the ability for the phone to be able to communicate with you, decode what you are encoding to it. So if that phone cannot produce the decodance of what you are encoding, then it is as good as useless. Now, let me make it more practical to humans. If the person you are talking to or communicating with cannot decode accurately what you are encoding or the information you are passing, whatever you are saying is as good as useless. That is the point. So when you are communicating, whatever you are saying is important. But what is more important is the receiving end, the ability for the person to decode what you are passing, the information you are passing. So this is the basis of communication. For any open doors, for you to have access to kings, for you to have access to great people, ask people that have had access to great people. You would notice something about them. They are masters at communications. They are masters at communications. People don't just give you listening ears. People don't just sit down and say they want to listen to you. Listen, the world is busy. People are busy. They have a life. They have things they want to do. So for somebody to sit down and come and say they want to listen to you, you must be worth hearing. And for you to be worth hearing, you must have mastered how to communicate your value. That is the essence of communication skill. For you to be worth hearing, you must have mastered how to communicate your value. So if you do not build yourself, if you do not improve on how to communicate that value, you might have all that value within you, but to communicate it will be a problem. And if you cannot communicate your value, nobody will notice it. Nobody will notice it. So that is the importance of communication. Now, I've defined what communication is for us to understand that it is not just about speaking, it is more also about receiving. It is more about receiving. So you must be able to communicate your value. You must be able to possess the communication skill. And very shortly, I'll be going into the effective ways of improving your communication skill. But I think this part has answered the question that my host asked. So I'll leave him to the next question. Thank you.
All right, all right. Thank you so much for that session. I'm really touched. I love this one thing I loved here that made it easy for me and anybody that will be watching this video. You said it is a skill and it can be mastered, meaning anybody can learn it. Anybody can learn it. Just like sewing clothes, you must learn it. You can learn it if you put your mind there, dedicate your time, become committed to it, you definitely know it. So thank you so much. And I love the way you use this word encode and decode. So the encoder is you, then the decoder is the person that is receiving it. So that is really amazing. Thank you so much. So you said for you to be what you're hearing, you must learn to communicate your value. And yeah, you're a master at this. So I'm really blessed by this. Thank you so much. So now the next question is this. What are the effective ways to be a great communicator? Did you get my question? Did you get my question? Can you hear me? Can you hear
Oh, I
me?
don't think I can hear you.
Okay, but I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Okay, let me see.
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Okay, probably.
Okay. Wilson Uchenna said he can hear both of us. Wow, welcome, brother. Thank you for watching. He said he can hear me, but I don't know, Sister Jennifer, can you hear me now? Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Wow.
You can hear me.
Oh,
Can you hear me? But I can hear you. Wow. Okay. I might say
I
they
don't
can
know
hear
why
us, but I don't.
I cannot hear you.
Okay, let me see. What can I do? Let me see. Brother Uchen, if you can hear us, maybe you should drop a comment again. Let me be sure it's not from my side. Let me see.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, you said you can hear me now, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank God. I don't know what happened, but I was hearing you when you were speaking. The question I ask is,
Okay.
what are the effective ways to communicate, to be a great communicator?
All right. The effective ways to be a great communicator. First, I'll give you three key tires to effective communication. Three key tires. Tires, TIERS, tires. I'm giving three key tires to effective communication, and that is where I'm building upon all the branches that this session would have, right? The first one is communication with precision. The second one is communication with value. And the third one is communication with honor. Now, these are three key tires. And for you to be a great and effective communicator, in fact, the kind of communicator that is irresistible, you must possess these three key tires. You must be a person that communicates with precision, communicates with value, and communicates with honor. Now, let's start from the first one, communication with precision. Now, communication with precision has its sublets, that's like its branches. I have tagged it OCC. And under OCC, we have O for objective, C for clarity, and the last C for charisma. Note that this is under communication with precision, right? O for objective, C for clarity, and C for charisma. Objective. Objective. First, what is precision? Precision is the ability to be direct. To be direct. You can say something like focus, just to be direct. That is precision. Now, objective. To master your communications or to be an effective communicator, you must be able to be objective in your approach. Why are you there? You must have heard people say, when you come into my DM and you're like, hi, you're like, hello, what do you want me to say to you? What do you want me to respond to you? It's not like you're my friend or we were acquaintances before, and sometimes it can sound rude, but it's actually true. An effective communicator understands the importance of objective. I can understand that sometimes you might just be want to be friends with someone, right? You might just want to be friends with someone, but even that is an objective. So once you are diving into that person's DM, go with the mind that you have to make known your objective. It is a big sign that you are an effective communicator. When you go into someone's DM and you just say I and hello, they don't know you from Adam. So what do you expect them to say to you? For example, now, you want to be friends with someone. Now, you are making known your objective. For example, this is it. Hi, my name is Aduku Jennifer Kali. Scoring through your profile, I realized that you are a person of value. And for me, value is an attraction. So I would really want us to be friends. Now, that is the way to go about it. You cannot send such a right to somebody and they would not respond to you. That is effective communication skill. Understanding how to lay out your objective, be it for friendship, be it for business, be it for invitations, anyone, whatever it is that you are going to that DM for, make your objective known. Make your objective known. So that is communicating with precision. One, objective. Now, two is clarity. Two is clarity. Your clarity is sponsored by how well you speak. And this involves your phonetic articulation and your diction. Your phonetic articulation and your diction. So your clarity is sponsored by how well you speak. How well do you speak? Can somebody listen to you and want to listen to you? Can someone listen to you and want to hear from you? Can someone listen to you and want to stay, be glued to what you have to say? That is how to recognize an effective communicator. So your clarity is sponsored by how well you speak. It is important to improve on how well you speak. I understand that you were born in Ibadan. Now, this is not a shade. Ibadan people should forgive me. I understand that you were born in Ibadan, and based on the natural local tongue of an Ibadan person, you would understand how they will speak. You will understand how they will pronounce a cushion, right? You will understand how they will pronounce a chicken, right? But there are places where you will step into. I hope you are seeing yourself as a global effect, as a global sensation. So there are places where you will step into that you cannot pronounce that cushion as cushion or pronounce that chicken as chicken. My God. So this is the need of improving on your communication skill, because at that point there will be no excuse. Yes, you were born in Ibadan, but that does not mean that you should remain in Ibadan. Because for one thing is for sure, that you are a global sensation. And for you to rise up to that destiny, for you to rise up to that purpose, you must consistently improve yourself. And a very vital point is your communication skill. A very vital aspect is your communication skill. So you must possess clarity. How do you speak? One, your phonetics. I just talked about it. How do you sound? Phonetics has to do with how you sound. Can they take you into places? Can they take you into places where lights are, and you will present yourself? And you will communicate with effectiveness. You will communicate with viability. You will communicate with clarity. You will communicate with precision. This is the importance of mastering communication skill. Then your articulation. Articulation has to do with your ability to produce your words clearly. Don't mumble up your words together. Don't join up your words together. One of the greatest signs that you're a great communicator is your ability to be composed in delivering your words. They must be clear, they must be distinct. I don't have to say, what did he say? I don't have to say, what did she say? It is an ill sign. Great communicators understand the importance of articulation, bringing out their words clearly, bringing out their words with precision, bringing out their words with clarity. Very important. And then your diction. Diction has to do with your choice of words. It is not in every gathering that you use the same choice of words. There are gatherings where you can use ad libs and colloquialisms and it is allowed. But there are gatherings where there are elites, where there are people of stamina, where there are aces, and those gatherings, you have to choose your words accurately. You have to choose your words correctly. You have to choose your words with intelligence. You have to choose your words with clarity. Your diction, very important. Your diction, very important. So I talked about clarity. Now I'm going into charisma. Charisma. If you remember, let me go through from the beginning. I said communication with precision. I said under communication with precision, we have the OCC, that is the objective. I talked about the objective, about going to people's DM and how you should approach people with the objective as to why you are there, right? And then secondly, I talked about clarity, how you must be clear in your phonetic articulation and diction. Then thirdly, I'm talking about charisma. Charisma. Some people don't know that communication also has to do with how you carry yourself. It also has to do with how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. I've always said it that before anybody will listen to you or even give you an audience to speak, they first want to see you. In fact, they'll first see you. They'll first see you. So your charisma, how you present yourself. I advise people a lot. I said if you are giving a speech or you are told to come and give a speech, it's important that you carry water along. Take water. It will help you. Drink water. There's every possibility that because it is a gathering of many people, you tend to be nervous. You tend to want to be nervous, right? But if you are able to drink water and calm yourself down, maintain composure, maintain demeanor, cross your leg rightly, sit down with a stretched posture, don't bend your back. Oh, there are a lot of things to say under this. Do not bend your back. Maintain your posture. Charisma is important. Once people see your charisma, in fact, before you begin to dish out the value, they're already like, wow, we can't wait for her to come up. We can't wait for him to come up. Charisma. Charisma. And that is communication with precision. That is number one. Now, number two is communication with value. Communication with value. Listen, I said the precision the first because it is the precision that will actually project your value. Now, you have value in you to communicate. But if you are not precise about it, if you do not have the objective, if you do not have the clarity, your phonetic, your diction, your articulation, if you do not have the charisma, you might never just get the audience to even present that value. You might never get the audience to present that value. So it's after the communication, after you've built yourself as a person that is able to communicate with precision, that you can now build yourself as a person that can communicate with value. In fact, it is possible for you to build the trio at the same time. It is very possible, and it is the best. So communication with value. Once you possess the ability to communicate with value, wow, wow, wow. Because this is what kings need. This is what kings want. Kings will not just give you an audience because you are you. By the way, who are you? Kings will give you an audience because of what you carry. Kings will give you an audience because of the value that they perceive that you carry. So if you can communicate that value, if you can communicate that value, if you can communicate that substance, then the doors of kings will be open to you. The doors of kings will be open to you. It's important that you take the communication skills seriously, especially the aspect of communicating with value. There are many of us that do not understand the importance and the potency of value. The importance and the potency of value. It is a great communication skill to have value to communicate. To have value to communicate. That is what keeps people. That is what keeps kings glued to you. That is what keeps kings glued to your station. Right? Let's take, for example, many of us have this multi-choice, or let's just say start times. One of the reasons why you are glued to a particular station on that DSTV, GoTV, or Star Times, or whatever, is because of the value that you are getting from that station. It's because of the value that is coming out from that station. And somebody will ask you, why do you just like this? Why do you like this station? Why do you like the station? Because of the value that it is giving to you. So if you are a person that can communicate with value, that can improve your skill of communicating with value, The sky is just the beginning. The sky is just what? The beginning. Now, the third one, communication with honor. Communication with honor. Very sadly, this is where many young people miss it. Many young people actually have precision, they have value, but they don't have honor. They don't have honor. And it is very important. It is very important. Being an effective communicator, you must understand the place of honor. If I'm to ask my host about many of the connections and many of the bands that he has accessed in this life, I'm sure that one of his key factors will be honor. Will be honor. You must learn how to communicate honor. You must learn how to communicate honor, not just to people. And I know when I talk about honor, many of us think that it's just to people that are ahead of us. Yes, quite all right, fine. You have to honor people that are ahead of you. But I tell you for a fact, there are a lot of greatness around you that are in form of your contemporaries, in form of your mates, in form of people that are even younger to you, that you are yet to know. But because they are yet to manifest, you dishonor them. It is an effective communication skill to communicate with honor, no matter who you are communicating with. It opens doors. And now, this is not just about logic or psychology, it's even a spiritual fact. It's even a spiritual fact. So you must be able to communicate with honor. These are the ways to build an effective communication stance, communication skill, communication strata around yourself. Communication with precision, communication with value, communication with honor. And please take note of all the branches that I mentioned beneath them, because they are as important as the main subheading. They're important as the main subheading. Your phonetics, your articulation, your diction, build upon these things. There are many things. There are courses. You can go on YouTube. You can attend classes. Young people, please spend this money. Don't spend this money. Stop spending it on pizza and shawarma. I know it's good. It's good to eat good food, but at least spend it on things that will form you and transform you and refine you, and make you a sensation, a burning sensation that the world cannot ignore. Spend it on those things. So at those times, it is the world that will be paying for your pizza and your shawarma. You're not the one that will be paying again. I hope you caught that. Catch it. So it is very important. It is very important. Communication with precision, communication with value, and communication with honor. These are the three key tires to becoming an effective Once you can build these things, once you can build these three tires and become a master at them, my God, kings are coming to your rising. Kings are coming to your rising. Yeah.
Wow, the law of honor is very important. That honor, that's it. I've mastered it like crazy. Honor is the key. It will open doors for you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Wow. Hope you can still hear me. Hope I'm clear. I want to be sure you can hear me. Hi, ma'am. I'm ahead. Can you hear me, ma'am? Can you hear me right?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Thank you for that. Um, things you shared, because one of the one that got me more is that honor. That honor is everything. Honor is everything. People need to learn how to honor. No, it's not about the age, not about the size, about what they carry. About what they carry. Because you don't know the people that are close to you. Are seeing them that they have not show who they are, because you cannot even see it. You're just seeing their appearance. You're like, these people, you're not my team. You don't know that the next star is the person very close to you. But you see them in the morning, you talk them, and then you talk them, you do this. But when they're not rise, you're like, so sad, no. But it will be too late by then. So we need to honor people,
We praise
don't look
not too
down on
late.
people. I'm telling you, That's why I did reinvention conference, because anybody can reinvent themselves at any time.
Mm,
Anybody can reinvent themselves. The
mm,
reinvention starts here. Once you reinvent
mm.
yourself, everything changes. So honor people. You don't know if that person will reinvent themselves tomorrow. That person may be a dollar though, but tomorrow will be the greatest genius because he's hungry for those goals. He's hungry for more. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, mom. This is your
You're
this is your this is your stage. So I don't have to, because you really said something that opened my spirit. Everything was just calm. Like I was like bound, just like you opened my wings. I feel like flying now. Because you just so thank you. Honor is the key. Oh. That's the secret.
Yeah.
Honor will take you to places where your money cannot take you. Honor will take you to
Yeah.
places where the money you've not have or gotten will take you to. Because of honor. And what will make you have that honor is through your communication.
Mm,
Your communication.
mm,
So thank you. Thank you. The next question is, how do we do with the fear of making mistakes or error when it comes to communication? A lot of people have fear like, I don't want to make mistake. I don't want to make mistake. And because they are saying they don't want to make mistakes, that's why they'll make more. So how do
mm.
we do with this fear?
Now, when it comes to fear, you are your only savior. When it comes to fear, you are your only savior. Nobody can eject your fears for you except you. That is one thing that you must know. Nobody can eliminate your fears for you except you. They can only motivate you. They can only tell you you don't have to be afraid. Your faith can move mountains. But until you get to the point where you eject those fears by yourself, there is no deliverance. Now, for you to eliminate fear of communication is for you to communicate. To eliminate the fear to communicate, you have to communicate. To eliminate the fear for to of your inability to not to do something is your ability to do it. It's found in your ability to do it. So for you to eliminate the fear of not being able to communicate, you have to what? Communicate. Just do it. Just I don't know which brand has that mantra. I think it's Nike or something. Just do it.
Yeah, it's nice. Just do it.
So if
Yeah.
you're afraid that okay, if I say it, if I say this, will I not fidget? Most of the great communicators you know today, they started somewhere. They started at stages where they were fidgeting. Started at stages where they were scared to speak. Nobody started out as a pro. That is how life is. It's in stages. The baby comes out, it cannot crawl, gets to the point where it can crawl, gets to the point where it starts to walk, gets to the point where it's a teenager, gets to the point where it's an adult, gets to the point where it's an old man or an old woman. So that is exactly how life is. You must be able to walk in your process. If you are afraid to speak right now, go and speak afraid. If you are afraid to communicate right now, go and communicate afraid. By the time you do it, there is an I don't there's an absolute power in consistency. An absolute power in consistency. The only thing holding you back is the fact that you have not started. That's it. The only thing holding you back is let me ask my host. The time that you have not started
Yeah.
this, the time that you did not start this podcast or you have not started this podcast, was that not the only thing holding you back? But once you started it, it began to build. It began to build. So your fears are abstract. In fact, they are not a subject matter. They are just in your head. They are just playing. They are playing tricks on you, playing tricks on your mind, playing tricks on your destiny. And that's the worst part. Because once your fear is playing trick on your destiny, it's about to ruin your life. It is about to ruin your life. So it is very important that those things that you are afraid of doing, I cannot talk. If I talk, what will I say? Say it. Say that rubbish. By the time you say the rubbish like 5 times, the sixth time, you will say it well. I assure you. You will say it well. You will say it well. So that is it. The antidote to not doing it is doing it.
Hmm. The antidote to not doing it is doing it. Doing it. You know, Ubon King, my godfather said, nothing starts until you start. Nothing starts until you start. Do it badly until you get it. Just start. Just start. I am so touched by this. Thank you so much.
My host.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying that Ubon King said, nothing starts until you start. Do it badly until you get it. Just like you said, your fears are abstract, they are not there. Just like an illusion, it's not there. But you have those images in your head. That is why you cannot do it. When you see the pictures, they hold you back. Just your imagination. You imagine fear. Somebody
Mm,
said the same ability it takes to think small, the same energy it takes to think small, the same energy it takes to think big. Why not channel
mm,
it to the other way around and say, what if I do it? Just like I was watching a woman yesterday. I think she's an English expert. She said something. Don't say I am not good at speaking English.
hope you don't mind. Okay.
Ah, this network have been somehow here.
That's serious.
And I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised because I just bought it at 6,000 naira now. But it seems very funny. Don't know why it's like that. I bought it at 6,000 naira now.
Very
Plus
nice.
I think I bought I think it was by one. I bought it at 3,000. It was telling me 500 MB every day. So I have to buy 6,000 naira again. But somehow I don't know. No problem. So we can continue now.
All
Hope you
right.
can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Are you there? I can't see your face if you can see me. Or is your camera turned off?
You can't see me. Wow. I can see you. I can see me. That's serious.
Yeah, I can see you now.
Okay.
I can see you now. All right, I got it. I got that. I got that. I just got that now. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for this session. We spent 42 minutes already, and you'll be giving us back to back. So now this is the last question. How can anybody start from scratch to learn this skill? You said anybody can master.
Okay. To start from scratch, really you have to look out for people that are in the game, that have formed a niche out of it and follow. The most effective way to mastery is followership, diligent followership. Ask great people that were once followers. They followed for a certain amount of time before they launched into their own capacity. So you must be willing to follow. You must be willing to follow. Look out for people. There are a lot of people in the communication niche that are doing really great things, that are doing really well. There are some with very, very funny names, but I know about Vian Singh. I follow him a lot. He's a very, very articulate teacher and a very, very, very articulate speaker. I think, is one of the speakers at the TEDx international level. So once you follow people like that, you listen to them, you hear from them, you hear from their experiences, you hear from their knowledge consistently. It becomes a part of you. I hope you know that what you hear, directly or indirectly, it infuses into your soul. It infuses into your soul. Knowledge, music. You just discover that you heard a music and you're just lying down, you're already singing it. It infuses, it enters, you know. So once you open yourself up to the followership of people around that niche as a beginner, that is very, very important. You begin to see that your mind is getting open to that niche. Your mind is being subjected to that niche. That is the fundamental step. Followership. Learn from people. You cannot be too big to learn. We are all learners. In fact, no matter where you get to, you are still a learner. No matter the level you get to, you are still a learner. There are still people you will need to learn from. Till you exit the world, you are still a learner. We are still learners. So that is it. As a beginner, to start from the scratch, follow. Look out for people. And when I say look out for people, don't just look out for anybody. Look out for people that have results, substance, people that have things that, yes, are testament of, yes, their communication skill, and follow those people. That is how to start out. That is how to start out. And like I said, when those kind of people, when they release courses, when they release seminars and trainings, attend. Save that money and attend. No pizza and shawarma now. Attend. Oh. So that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Wow, no pizza, Sham. I try not to laugh. Wow, wow. Thank you so much. AG, thank you, ma'am. You really blessed us here. And thank you for your time. Thank you for joining the IC African podcast. Last year you were for UC Media. Wow. And this year you are for the IC African podcast. That's so big. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you too. I would like to commend your progress, your advancement. It's a testament of diligence and fortitude. Not many people have that in this generation. A lot of people are looking for quick results, and when they don't get it, they just lose focus and they lose the temerity to continue. But it is something that I have seen in you, the ability to continue, the ability to forge ahead. And it shows very clearly of a young person that has vision, and not just vision, a clear vision, a dogged vision. Well done. I celebrate you. Thank you.
Thank you much for all the tele. What was that? Thank you so much. Thank you. So you didn't call that the telemetry or what was it? I could not remember. But thank you for all the what?
Temerity.
I try not to laugh. Thank you so much. I am honored. Thank you. God bless you. I am blessed. I am the most blessed in this program. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. All right, we've come to an end of this session. So bye for now. Thank you.
Two things changed me totally. One was time and two was target. Once I put my time on ground and my target, I look like a madman. A man with a vision is a madman until the vision comes to pass. You cannot pull me out like this because I am hungry to win. Except you are ready to eat this kind of spirit, you are not making progress anywhere. A case in point, I just had Thinkation 2019. The year before that, I had 700 people. But this year, I said to myself that I wanted 5,000 people to register for it. In a space of 2 months, I had 7,000 people registered. When the event came, there were 3,500 people in attendance. So that tells me that I can do more. Once you put time on any project, time on any assignment, time on anything, it changes who your friends are. It changes who you talk to. It changes where you go. If your friends are the same ones you had 5 years ago till today, that means you have not made progress.